Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are at the anvil. Yes, it is 44 inches long and it's a beast and I love it. So, Kamala Harris should have won? Why? Why do I say that? Well, she should have. I'll get into that in just a second. This is some information that my brother-in-law sent me. He'd been a Marine for 25 years, a captain in the Marine Corps, very intelligent, very, what would you call it, logistical. I don't know how you'd say that. He's a good dude, and he sends me good things, and this is one of them. The reasons why Kamala Harris should have won. That's not the article, but as I go through it, you're going to realize, wow, Trump won, but it should have been Trump dominated, like a complete blowout. And this was it was a great day. You know, he got the popular vote, he got the electoral vote. And, you know, that hadn't been done since 1988. I believe that's right. And yeah, fact check me. I don't mind. If I say something wrong, let me know. And as I go through this, and we talk about George Soros before I forget, let me know what you think's coming. Because you can bet your bottom dollar that he'll be behind it. Antifa's getting fired up. They're getting their orders right now. Plan B is starting. You know, let's go. Let's make life hell for everybody. And especially Donald Trump. Hopefully, God will, and pray for Donald Trump because he needs God's protection. These people, these fits of rage that these liberals do, you've seen them just lose their mind like they're demon possessed. Well, that's what it is. Read about fits of rage in the Bible. That's all I'll say. Now, Dominion voting machines. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Second thing we're going to talk about is the news. Who owns the news? Well, you know, a lot of people think George Soros. Yes, but there's more. And people that are just tied into the Democratic swamp. It's deep, smelly, and dark. It's just an awful place. And I'm not saying Republicans are angels, but I'm just saying the swamp's deep. There's a lot of Republicans that should do what they're supposed to do. These rhinos should be, since President Trump won, places like Twitter, hopefully YouTube, and these other outlets, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, those people should be the news. Factual news, not poppycock. The people that want you to eat bugs and have nothing and serve them own the news networks that the 50% of the United States population voted for Kamala Harris. That's the same people. I should have said that in the straight way. I should have. But you get what I'm saying. 50% of the population, about a little less, voted for Kamala Harris. That makes no sense to me. But if you're paying attention to news that's not real news, that's fake news, that's not even Fox. I don't even trust them anymore. They let Tucker go. No way, no sir, I'm out. Now God's blessed him. I believe that 100%. Now, why Kamala should have won? She should have too. Dominion voting machine provider. Serves 40% of the U.S. market, and they're in 30 states, except for Texas and Florida. They said, nah. We don't want any part of that. You go to Texas and Florida. Smartomatic voting machines, another supplier, was directly involved with the Venezuela voter fraud. Hands down, happened. Fact check it. Look at it. Look at Venezuela. I used to study it pretty good just to kind of figure out how their hyperinflation worked, but it doesn't work for us because they don't have a bond market and it's a banana republic. But see what happened to their voting fraud with these Smartmatic voting machines. Smartmatic is run by Lord Mark Moloch. You know who Lord Mark Moloch is? Well, Moloch, I don't know if it's spelled the same, it looks like it, was in the Bible, and you'll know them by their names. It was a false god that liked to kill babies. I'm not saying that's what Lord Moloch Brown's like, but you'll know them by their names. He works for George Soros. Now, George Soros, when I say that name, it's like, whoa, he's involved in every bad thing that happens in the United States. I got to get this out of my pockets, weighing my shirt down. So we're going to talk about Trump's coins in just a second. He's now giving orders to the people that do bad things to the good people, and then they drum it up against the good people. It's like they do it's trickery. It's like, oh, do this, and then we'll say it's you. And then everybody on social legacy media that's been sold out to the dark side will talk about it and drum it up, and they'll get everybody fired up, and we'll have this, this big rebellion against the good people. That is what it is, too. It's the good versus evil. There's no way around it. I don't see it any other way. If you do, please tell me in the comments. Now, guess who owns Dominion? Blum Capital. Guess who is on the board? Richard Blum. Richard C. Blum is Dianne Feinstein's husband. Nancy Pelosi's husband also is a major investor. You're telling me the people that are the deepest, like the swamp masters, are running and investing in the voting machines? Wow. Kamala should have won. Nancy Pelosi, Nadeem Hashimi, was hired by Dominion Voting Systems, and it goes on, Dominion Voting System is listed on the Clinton Foundation. The voting system has been giving $25,000 to $50,000 to the Clinton Foundation. This kind of stuff is crazy to me. I mean, we are literally at the end of the empire. It's been corrupted. We're right at the end of it. So it should be wild. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell if you don't mind. It really helps me, and I'd appreciate it. Now, this is a little more on how deep the Democratic swamp is. The governor of Michigan used to work for George Soros. Bad grass. Just won't die. His son's no better, though. Maybe a little worse. California Governor Gavin Newsom is Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Adam Schiff's sister is married to one of George Soros' sons. John Kerry's daughter is married to Malah's son in Iran. Hillary Clinton's daughter, Chelsea, fell out of the ugly tree and hit every limb on the way down. Chelsea is married to George Soros' nephew. ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron is married to Susan Rice, Obama's former national security advisor. Wow, how do you get elected president when all this is going on? CBS President David Rhodes is the brother of Ben Rhodes, Obama's deputy national security advisor. ABC News correspondent Claire Shipman is married to Jay Carney, former Obama White House press secretary. So you mean the press, if it gets violated, if you can take the press, the news, and manipulate it, 1984, George Orwell, you can control the people. You do that first. Or maybe you teach the children these pagan ideas in college, these indoctrination camps. Maybe you teach them first. That's probably what's happening. ABC News and Univision reporter Matthew Jaffe is married to Kate Hogan, Obama's former deputy press secretary. There's a lot of Obama in here. I think he was kind of running Biden. ABC's President Ben Sherwood is the brother of Elizabeth Sherwood, Obama's former special advisor. CNN VP Virginia Mosley is married to Tom Nides, former former Hillary Clinton's deputy secretary. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is that's why no one is investigated. I just got a few things highlights because I can't read you the whole thing. They all have their hands in the cookie jar. James Comey, remember all that? Who investigated the Hillary Clinton email scandal and the Clinton Foundation, made the final decision to not recommend prosecution to the DOJ. Nobody is held accountable. That's what we have to worry about with Donald Trump being elected president. He's going to start holding people accountable. And that's not going to go over very good. Pray for him. Pray for this country. The stock market's going up. Okay, Trump won, everything's great. Hold up. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, because I have a bad feeling, like I've said several times, they're going to dump it on President Trump's head. The evil people in charge own the central bankers. I don't know what they have on them. Who knows? Who knows how actually bad it is? Maybe it has something to do with that island. There's no telling. But they're going to do what they say. They're going to. If the central bankers do what they have to do, because that's what they have to do, is what they say, it's going to be really, really tough for anybody. I don't care if it's President Trump or anybody else. We hopefully have 4 really great years. I think we have some wild, I was thinking through this today, it just got really wild. President Trump won, and I knew it should have been a landslide. But when you know this kind of information, how they own it all, it must have been a catastrophic landslide. But too big to rig. I mean, that's exactly what they pulled off. Now, there's a whole lot more, but this video's getting long. Pay attention. When it comes to precious metals, prices are starting to dip. That should happen. You would think, if you think through it, okay, President Trump is in office. Everybody thinks the stock market's going to do good. So let's go stock market all-time highs. I'm 100% in agreement. That is going to happen. We're going to see all-time highs, like I've been saying again, forever. Well, since I've been watching the stock market, over and over and over. But there's going to be a time when gold's going down and the stock market's going up. That could possibly be the time to start researching and doing your due diligence on where to get the best prices on precious metals. I don't care who's in charge. Inflation's baked in. The dollar's lost 99% of its purchasing value. This is kind of a no-brainer. Like, nobody can really argue that. People used to get in the comments and beat me up about being in precious metals and selling it and all this stuff, They're wrong. I'm right. We are right. You don't have to go back that far in history to find out what happens. What is done is done. It started in 1971, but 2008 was the Pandora box opening ceremony when they brought everybody out. That's still there. I don't think even Trump would put the lid back on. I don't think he can. I think he's going to do his best, but at this juncture, it would be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So you can bet that inflation is coming, higher interest rates. See, he does have the guts I'm not saying the president says what to do with interest rates. I'm just saying whoever's in charge has a lot to do with it. And the people that are in charge run central bankers. So, higher interest rates, 10%, mind-boggling, maybe 20. I mean, we don't know. When inflation gets out of hand, it's going to be really wild. So, if you're into the President Trump coins, there's 3,000 of these left. It's Trump holding his fist up, got blood on his face. July 13, 2024. These are, I'm not sure if they're special, probably not, but the premiums aren't that much right now. The price of precious metals that I was just talking about, there should be a period where it goes down, the stock market goes up. Precious metals are going down, the stock market's going up. If you want the price list, text Stacey, your email. Just text her your email. Price list, please, or whatever. Call her, it's fine. She's a broker for Miles Franklin. Her number is 318-564-5823. Give her a call. As you see it decay, as you see society do what it does, and George Soros and his Antifa bunch start doing that stuff, I have a feeling that you're going to want freedom seeds and gold and silver. And God. God first. God, gold, freedom seeds. That's a good order. Maybe family. God, family, freedom seeds, gold. I don't know. However you want to do it. But if you want to protect your wealth, give Stacey a call, 318-564-5823. If you want to get into freedom seeds, look in the description. I have my buddy's number. He does bulk freedom seeds. I don't get any money for talking about it. I want people to have the abundance. I want them to have, enough to make it through and sell along the way, if you know what I mean. Barter town's a real thing, I think. I think the Thunderdome's going to get a little nutty, especially for a short period of time. So have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one later.